New homes require electrical inspections, despite being built to code, because mistakes can occur during construction. These inspections serve to identify potential electrical, plumbing, and structural problems early on, preventing them from escalating into major issues down the line. A comprehensive home inspection is a proactive measure to safeguard one's investment. Electrical problems in a new home can manifest in various ways, ranging from minor inconveniences to serious safety hazards. These problems may not always be immediately apparent to the untrained eye, making a professional inspection crucial. Firstly, wiring errors are a common issue. Incorrect wiring can lead to overloaded circuits, increasing the risk of electrical fires. A qualified electrician will meticulously inspect the wiring throughout the house, ensuring that it is correctly installed and meets the required safety standards. This includes checking the grounding system, which is vital for protecting against electrical shocks. Secondly, faulty outlets and switches can pose a significant risk. Loose connections or damaged components can cause overheating and arcing, potentially leading to a fire. An inspector will test all outlets and switches to ensure they are functioning properly and are securely installed. They will also look for any signs of damage or wear that could indicate a potential problem. Thirdly, inadequate grounding is a serious electrical hazard. A proper grounding system provides a safe path for electricity to flow in the event of a fault, preventing electrical shocks. An inspector will verify that the grounding system is properly installed and connected, ensuring the safety of the occupant. This includes checking the grounding electrodes, which are typically buried in the ground and connected to the electrical panel. Fourthly, improper circuit breaker sizing can lead to overloaded circuits. Circuit breakers are designed to trip when a circuit is overloaded, preventing damage to the wiring and reducing the risk of fire. If the circuit breakers are not sized correctly, they may not trip when they should, allowing the circuit to become dangerously overloaded. An inspector will review the circuit breaker panel to ensure that the circuit breakers are the correct size for the circuits they protect. Fifthly, loose connections can cause a variety of problems. Loose connections can cause overheating, arcing, and even electrical fires. An inspector will check all electrical connections, including those at outlets, switches, light fixtures, and the electrical panel, to ensure they are tight and secure. They will also look for any signs of corrosion or damage that could indicate a potential problem. Sixthly, exposed wiring is a safety hazard that should be addressed immediately. Exposed wiring can cause electrical shocks and can also be a fire hazard. An inspector will look for any exposed wiring and recommend that it be properly enclosed or insulated. This includes checking attics, basements, and crawl spaces where wiring is often exposed. Seventhly, improper installation of lighting fixtures can create a fire hazard. Lighting fixtures that are not properly installed can overheat and ignite nearby materials. An inspector will check the installation of all lighting fixtures to ensure they are securely mounted and properly wired. They will also look for any signs of damage or wear that could indicate a potential problem. Eighthly, aluminum wiring, which was commonly used in homes built in the 1960s and 1970s, can pose a fire hazard. Aluminum wiring can corrode and loosen over time, leading to overheating and arcing. An inspector will identify any aluminum wiring in a house and recommend that it be properly repaired or replaced. Ninthly, knob and tube wiring, which was used in homes built before the 1940s, is an outdated wiring system that can be a fire hazard. Knob and tube wiring is not grounded and can be easily damaged. An inspector will identify any knob and tube wiring in the house and recommend that it be replaced with a modern wiring system. Tenthly, the absence of arc fault circuit interrupters, or SIs, can increase the risk of electrical fires. SIs are designed to detect arc faults, which are a common cause of electrical fires. When an arc fault is detected, the SI will trip, cutting off the power to the circuit and preventing a fire. An inspector will check to see if SIs are installed in the appropriate locations, such as in bedrooms and living rooms. 11thly, the absence of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, can increase the risk of electrical shocks. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults, which can occur when electricity flows through an unintended path, such as through a person's body. When a ground fault is detected, the GFCI will trip, cutting off the power to the circuit and preventing an electrical shock. An inspector will check to see if GFCIs are installed in the appropriate locations, such as in bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. 12thly, the electrical panel itself can have problems. A damaged or overloaded electrical panel can be a fire hazard. An inspector will check the electrical panel for any signs of damage, such as rust, corrosion, or loose connections. They will also check to see if the panel is properly sized for the electrical load of the house. 13thly, surge protection is essential for protecting electronic devices from power surges. Power surges can damage electronic devices, such as computers, televisions, and appliances. An inspector can recommend surge protection devices to protect these devices from damage. This might include a whole house surge protector installed at the electrical panel, as well as individual surge protectors for sensitive electronic equipment. 14thly, electrical codes change over time. Older homes may not meet current electrical codes, which can pose a safety hazard. An inspector can identify any code violations and recommend that they be corrected. Electrical inspections are a crucial part of the home buying process, especially for new homes. They can help to identify potential problems before they become major issues, saving the buyer time, money, and potential safety hazards. When choosing a home inspector, it is important to select a qualified and experienced professional who is familiar with electrical codes and safety standards. The inspector should be licensed and insured and should have a good reputation. It is also a good idea to ask for references and to read reviews online. During the inspection, the buyer should accompany the inspector and ask questions about any potential problems that are identified. The inspector should provide a written report detailing their findings, including any recommendations for repairs or improvements. The buyer can then use this report to negotiate with the seller to have the repairs made or to reduce the purchase price. In addition to the electrical inspection, it is also important to have a general home inspection performed. A general home inspection will cover all aspects of the house, including the plumbing, structural, and mechanical systems. This will help to ensure that the house is in good condition and that there are no hidden problems. The cost of a home inspection typically ranges from $300 to $500, depending on the size and complexity of the house. However, the cost of a home inspection is a small price to pay for the peace of mind that it provides. A home inspection can help to protect the buyer's investment and ensure the safety of their family. Electrical inspections are not just for new homes. It is also a good idea to have an electrical inspection performed on an older home, especially if there are any signs of electrical problems, such as flickering lights, tripping circuit breakers, or outlets that feel warm to the touch. An electrical inspection can help to identify potential problems before they become major issues, preventing costly repairs and potential safety hazards. Regular electrical inspections are an important part of maintaining a safe and healthy home. By identifying and addressing potential electrical problems early on, homeowners can protect their families and their property from harm. Remember to always hire a qualified and experienced electrician to perform any electrical work in your home. Electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to ensure that it is done correctly and safely. Never attempt to do electrical work yourself unless you are a qualified electrician. In addition to the points previously covered, there are other considerations for new home electrical inspections. One is the proper installation of smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. These devices are essential for alerting occupants to the presence of smoke or carbon monoxide, potentially saving lives. An inspector will verify that these detectors are properly installed and functioning correctly in accordance with local codes and regulations. Another consideration is the proper grounding and bonding of metal components, such as gas pipes and water pipes. Grounding and bonding helps to prevent electrical shocks by providing a safe path for electricity to flow in the event of a fault. An inspector will check to ensure that these components are properly grounded and bonded. Furthermore, The inspection should also cover the proper installation of electrical appliances such as stoves, refrigerators, and washing machines. These appliances should be properly connected to the electrical system and should be properly grounded. An inspector will verify that these appliances are installed correctly and safely. The electrical system should also be able to handle the load of these appliances. Another important aspect of the electrical inspection is the proper labeling of the electrical panel. The circuit breakers in the electrical panel should be clearly labeled to indicate which circuits they control. This makes it easier to identify and shut off the power to specific circuits in the event of an emergency or when performing electrical work. An inspector will verify that the electrical panel is properly labeled. Moreover, the inspector will ensure compliance with the National Electrical Code, or NEC. The NEC is a comprehensive set of standards for electrical installations. It is important to ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with the NEC to ensure safety and prevent electrical hazards. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is important to be aware of the latest requirements. Furthermore, a thermal scan may be used by the inspector. Using specialized equipment, a thermal scan can identify hot spots in the electrical system that may indicate loose connections, overloaded circuits, or other potential problems. This can help to identify problems that may not be visible to the naked eye. Inspectors might also measure voltage drop. Excessive voltage drop can cause appliances to malfunction and can also be a fire hazard. An inspector may measure the voltage drop at various points in the electrical system to ensure that it is within acceptable limits. They will also inspect the electric meter and its surrounding area. The electric meter should be properly installed and functioning correctly. The surrounding area should be clear of any obstructions. An inspector will verify that the electric meter is in good condition and that there are no potential hazards in the area. In conclusion, electrical inspections for new homes are a vital step in ensuring safety and preventing potential problems. By thoroughly inspecting the electrical system, a qualified inspector can identify and address any issues before they become major hazards. This can save the homeowner time, money, and potentially even their lives. Remember to choose a qualified and experienced inspector and to ask questions about any potential problems that are identified. Regular electrical inspections are an important part of maintaining a safe and healthy home.